Artifacts can be a little bit confusing, especially if solo leveling is your first gacha, which it is for a lot of people with the release of the anime. So today I want to go over everything you need to know about artifacts. We're going to go over how to get them, which ones to look out for. We're not going to go into individual hunters and builds because that would probably take hours, but I will mention some stats that you want to look out for in general for like DPS, breakers, tanks, you know. And if there's anything that I missed or anything that you want to ask about this or anything else about solo leveling, please leave it in the comments or join the Discord. We've got a very helpful community that I'm super grateful for. And if you are new and want to join the Techie Town Guild, make sure to join the Discord too. Real quick, if you want some free solo leveling promo codes and want to support the channel at the same time, click the top link in the description. It'll bring you here. Sign in with your Netmarble account and link your solo leveling account. Click support. And after 24 hours, check your coupon history and you will have some promo codes to use in game. First things first, what are artifacts? You've got a little artifact tab here. Now these can be equipped on hunters and Jinwoo. For some things in the game, there's Jinwoo exclusives, but for this, you know, he can use the same ones as the hunters do. They cross over. Now, they give you different stats. Some of them are guaranteed. Like, for instance, the chest plate is always defense percent or additional defense. The gloves are always additional attack or attack percent. The necklaces are always HP percent or additional. The bracelets are always element damage percent, so dark damage, water damage, light damage, etc. And the earrings are always additional MP. Now, the substats are completely random. The only thing that it can't be is what the main stat is. So, for instance, this HP percent one, we can't have HP percent on the substats. We can have additional HP, though. If we go to this one's additional HP, we do get HP percent on it. And it's the same with attack and defense. Anything where you can have additional or percentage, you can have the other one on the substats. The most common way to get these, or the way that you grind for them, is the Encore and Instance dungeons. The Encore missions give you the left-hand side of the artifact, so the helmet, chestplate, boots, and gloves. The Instance dungeons give you all of the accessories. Now, they both use dungeon keys, which are a little bit difficult to get. So, quick tip, go to the shop every single day. Go down to the exchange shop. You're going to want to use your mana crystal exchange, to get 4 of these every single day. I'd also recommend getting the Battlefield of Chaos key and the melding cubes. Now, the melding cubes are just pretty difficult to get sometimes, and eventually, because of the armory and the armory upgrade coming in the next update, there's more about that in the video I've put on screen. You're going to want more melding cubes, and you use the Battlefield of Chaos keys here to get the gems. But that's not what we're talking about today. Now, if we go into this Encore mission, now these do change every week, I believe. They have a different main boss who are weak or resistant to different elements. So this guy, recommended element wind, he does have resistance to fire. If we look at this guy, recommended element light and dark, and he has resistant to wind, water, and fire. Now, the good thing about these is that these actually count towards, where is it, the special commission. So this is a great way to get gems and pulls. If we look here, now I'm trying to find that guy, there he is, Watcher of Brilliant Light Luxus. Now, if you are wondering, this is a new account, that's why everything isn't really done. Every 15 or so times that you defeat this guy, you get some essence stones, which also gives you points towards this to unlock pulls. Now, these actually do work with the Encore missions. Also with the amount of keys you use. So say you use 10 keys, you will get 10 defeats of him in the thing. You don't have to do it 10 times. Yeah, once you get to tier 12 is the first one where you can start getting the level 78, which is amazing. But you really want to wait until you're like tier 15, 16 to start actually grinding, because the rates to get the better artifacts are better. Now, if you're confused about the level system, we will quickly talk about that. And also, I do want to quickly say, in the new update, there will be even higher level artifacts. But everything in this video should still apply. If it doesn't, I will make an updated video. But right now, the highest, which I'll show you, level 78 for the burning artifacts, and level 75, where are they? Level 75 for the rest of the artifacts. You can have lower. If we scroll down, there is level, level 70. Even with the legendaries, you can get some, yeah, level 55. I wouldn't really recommend leveling these up. Mine are like level 15 for doing the char challenges when the account was first created. Just ignore that, don't really level these up. Within a week of playing the game, you will start being able to get the level 75 and 78, so just don't worry about it too much. But yeah, let's go on Jinwoo for example. The burning artifacts are the best in the game, like for 90% of units and for 90% of content. If you don't know what to put on units, use the burning. So artifacts all have different sets. They have 2 set, 4 set, and 8 set. As you see, there is 8 slots, 4 of the armor and 4 of the accessories. Now, I believe the burning set is the only set where they also have accessories too. I might be wrong about that, but that doesn't mean you have to use all 8. You can use the 4 set, which is what I'm doing with a 4 set of something else. Now, I think it is better to get the 8 set, but if you can't, you know, I'm at the beginning of the game, I don't really have that many artifacts. I'm just doing a 4-piece. For Sung Jinwoo, now this is important. Sung Jinwoo prefers additional attack on the main and attack percent on the sub. Now this is actually because if you're lucky with substat rolls and it all goes into attack percent, which is kind of just what you're looking for with Sung Jinwoo, you will actually end up getting more attack percent than if it was the main stat, which is kind of weird and kind of crazy, but he just scales off of it better. Sung Jinwoo gets a lot of attack from his, well, let's find him again. From this. So his base attack is already really high, which means you're just looking for percentage. So as you can see here, this is an amazing piece. Additional attack with every single roll into attack percent. Absolutely perfect. However, if we go to this, now these are always going to be defense, remember, because it's the body. There isn't really any attack percent. There isn't any crit. We'll go over which substats you want in a minute. There is a defense pen and a damage increase, which is great, but really I'd want additional MP to be like attack percent and MP consumption to be like crit rate or crit damage. So what are you actually looking out for? Now, obviously, as we said before, some of them, like the body, can only have defense at the top, so that's fine. So we're kind of just only looking for the substats on those pieces. Now, them substats are attack percent, additional attack, crit rate, crit damage, damage increase, and defense penetration. Now, these all just increase the damage that Sung Jinwoo deals, so try and just get as many of them, as many rolls as possible. Now, the best 3 will just be attack percent, crit rate, crit damage, and maybe damage increase. We can swap with like crit rate. Just remember that for any piece where you can get additional just for Sung Jinwoo. Now, the hunters are different. They actually want attack percent as the main and additional on the bottom. Same if they scale with HP, they want percentage on the top and additional on the subs. You might be wondering what you want to give Sung Jinwoo for the element. Now, you kind of want a bracelet for every element for Sung Jinwoo and to just swap that out depending on what content you're running. For now, I'm at the beginning, I'm building the wind team first, so I'm going to try and get a wind damage bracelet on Sung Jinwoo. It's water right now because I haven't had great luck with artifacts, but that is what you kind of want to aim for. Yeah, let's move on to the hunters because we've kind of covered Sung Jinwoo there. I do want to quickly give a shout out to like other, you know, there is other artifacts that you can use, like for instance, the armed. It's not as good, but it increases the user's attack percent by 5. It ignores 18% of the target's defense. Now, by the way, I am going to go in depth on different hunters in different videos. So if you want to know a specific hunter, please leave a comment about which hunter you want me to cover first. And that's the one that I might cover first. But yeah, they don't have to use the burning one. There is other artifacts that can be used, like for instance the expert is a great accessory set. It just gives you a lot more damage and can be used on most DPS. Now let's just go over the wind team first, because I think that's a pretty good place to start. Godo is a break. He uses the burning greed. When the user hits a target with an attack that deals break, it applies greed. Increases the user's critical hit rate by 1%, stacking up to 10 times. Now this just gets better. The 4-piece and 8-piece set, it just increases all of those. The 8-piece increases the break effect by 30%, increases the user and their team members' crit hit rate by 15 and crit hit damage by 30. So he's buffing the entire team with that 8-piece. I think that the 8-piece burning greed is definitely something that you do want. Like, you do want to try and force the 8-piece just for that buff. Now, Godo uses HP, so you want HP percent on the helmet, not additional HP. Now, this is actually a pretty goated piece. Unfortunate with the 1 attack percent, so he doesn't really use that, but, you know, crit hit rate additional and damage increase is something we all want. If that was like defense pen, or even if attack percent was there but the roll just went into another stat, it would have been perfect, but nothing to complain about. And again, with the necklace, we have HP percent instead of flat HP. The hunters just scale better with HP percent as the top one. He has wind damage. This stays the same across the board, no matter what part they're playing. If they are a wind, they want the wind damage. If they are water, they want the water damage. That's just a universal thing. So kind of, if you don't really know what to put on a hunter, look at their stats. This guy scales off of HP, so get artifacts with a lot of HP. He has break skills, so put him on the greed set as it increases break. Let's look at Murray. She deals attack percent, so you're going to want attack percent on her. She also gets a 4% boost for every additional 150 MP. This means that you do want MP on her too. because she scales off attack percent, the Burning Curse set will be the best. So you just want the Burning Curse with attack percent and MP. The same with Hansemi. Let's look at her skills. Deals damage based off the user's max HP. And she also gains a shield equal to 4% of her max HP. So she does want HP on her stuff. Now, because she is healing, you want the Bless set. When tagging out, using a support skill or using an ult increases the user's damage dealt by 20% and restores their HP. This means when you use her and swap off, the next user will have their damage increased by 20%, so it's a great buff set. So we just want the Blessing set with as much HP as possible. I'm sure you're getting the hang of it now. Now, I do want to quickly say that you can either salvage or sell artifacts. If you salvage them, you get the artifact enhancement chip, which means that you can use these to upgrade more artifacts, or you can sell them, which gives you a pretty nice amount of gold, especially like say this one plus 14. It had really bad stats. I can sell this. I get 40,000 gold, which honestly I will do. That's a pretty good way to get gold. I want to say that if you are new to the game, just don't sell or salvage anything. As you play the game more, you will get to know which artifacts can be used on who. You do have a lot of artifact storage, so, you know, my advice is to not sell until you are sure. But I think that's everything that I wanted to cover. We covered cores in a separate video that's up on my channel now. So if you are interested in that, make sure to go watch that video. But I hope the video was helpful. Again, if I missed anything or you have any questions, join the Discord or leave it in the comments. And I hope you have a good night. See ya.